Well, welcome to Tuesday Update. Today is January 5th. Well, Happy New Year. I hope your New Year's off to a good start. We got a lot to look forward to this year. We're going to have a lot of blessings in 2021, and I hope your New Year's off to a good start and a lot to look forward to. Hey, thanks for joining us this past weekend, either in person or on our live stream. We had 377 people come here. It was the Feast of the Epiphany, the Feast of the Three Kings. I always enjoy that. And one of the things I missed we weren't able to do this year, remember we always dress up the three kings and they come in singing. And then at the end of Mass, they have the chocolate candies that are covered, little gold covered candies that we give out to the kids. So obviously we couldn't do that this year. But next year, we're going to be doing that. And we're going to get back to some of our traditions next year. And we did have a chance this week to talk a little bit about spiritual gifts. Remember, we're trying to come up with New Year's resolutions, and we thought, hey, we ought to do some spiritual resolutions. And so I hope that's something you're thinking about. I just threw out a few this past weekend, just because I'm thinking about, what am I going to do? And I just threw out some things like, can we trust God at a deeper level this year? Could we be more patient with God? Could we forgive someone? Or maybe forgive ourselves for something? Can we be a better listener? Could we share more of ourselves with others in terms of our time, talent, and treasure? And then can we take the long view? Don't sweat the small stuff. If God's not going to be worried about it, why should we sweat it out? So those are just some ideas I threw out this past weekend, but I hope you're kind of working on that whole idea of what are, three almost three gifts that you can bring to God this year in 2021. And we asked a couple of our parishioners, what are their spiritual goals? What are they doing? And Sue Krosky says this. She says, I think that I want to become a better listener and communicator. It's important to me to keep in contact with people that I don't see every Sunday in church. Also, I'm trying to be more faithful to saying the rosary. And Angie Downey, she reflects as follows. My three goals are to see Christ in others, to bring God into my life more often, and to let God be in charge instead of me. I know that trusting God on a deeper level takes a lot of practice and discipline. It's easier to get through the trying times when I know that I'm not alone. Forgiving is very hard, but it's true that you have to learn to forgive yourself as much as anyone else. I have to remember to be gentle with myself and that I'm worthy of forgiveness as well. So many of you took some of our chalk this past weekend with the little prayer cards. So one of the longstanding Christian tradition is to chalk our doors. We've been doing that the last couple of years. So I hope you may have taken some of the chalk home with a little prayer and the instruction card. And please take a picture of you doing that. If you get a chance to chalk your door, take a picture and send it to us maybe by today. Because Kirsten, she wants to send out some of the pictures on social media, and it's a really nice thing. So maybe send us something today. And we've got some extra chalk and those prayer cards right in the gathering area. So if you want to come in someday, remember right over in the information hub, they're sitting right there. You can just pick one and take it home. Hey, last weekend I mentioned that we had nearly 8,000 views on our live stream for our Christmas masses, and I want to thank you, because that only happens when we start to share our faith with others, that people become interested and they look at the live stream. And so you're the ones that have kind of told people about that. It's a great way to evangelize, is just to say to people, hey, why don't you just watch the Mass and see if something speaks to you. So I really want to thank you for doing that. It's interesting when we have these little wine and cheese virtual get-togethers with new parishioners, they'll often say that someone told them about St. Pius and asked them and invited them to take a look at our live stream. And that's kind of how they became aware of us. And so thank you for doing that, and I'm really, really looking forward to those. We got a bunch of new parishioners, and I'm looking forward to when we get our church doors open and get ourselves safe, we can welcome them in here and show them a little bit about St. Pius. Got some good news on our Parish Life Center that we're building out here. We've had, if any of you have been by, you see a lot of large equipment out here. We're moving a lot of soil. And so they're in the process of excavating a 14-foot deep hole in which we can pour our footings and foundations if that weather holds off for us. So you'll see a lot of soil being moved when you go by St. Pius next time. And one of the things I'm going to try and do, I'm going to work with Kirsten on this. We're going to try to take weekly pictures of the construction, or maybe a couple times a week. So those of you who can't get out, we can kind of show you what's going on with the construction. And so we'll figure out through social media, whatever platforms we choose, we're going to make sure you see what's going on, because I think you'll be excited about it. The timing is perfect. You know, we can't do much in terms of gatherings now, but by the time that building's done later this year, you know, we'll be past this COVID, and we're going to be able to really use that building and celebrate and do a lot of good things in there. I'm really, really grateful to our school staff and our administrators. They have done a great job this past fall in keeping our kids safe and keeping our school open. They were able to go right up to Christmas with in-class learning, and we opened up yesterday. And they're really, really doing a good job, working very, very hard, very dedicated to our kids, and I want them to know how much I appreciate their efforts. Our staff came back yesterday. They took some time off between Christmas and New Year's. I really, really wanted them to spend some time with their family because they've been working very, very hard on all of our behalfs. So they came back yesterday, and good to see all of them. We are going to try and keep our offices closed down to keep them safe. So again, if you need anything, call us or email us. We'll be right on it. We'll get back to you. But I just want to try and keep them safe, so we'll just keep those offices closed for the time being. And again, thank you very much for your continued financial support. I know I say that every Mass, but I really want you to know I mean it, and I'm real serious about it. I am very, very grateful to you in these difficult days. I know many of you are struggling, and but your support of St. Pius allows us to live out our mission statement. Now, granted, we're living that mission statement out in a different way than we did a year ago, but we're still living it out in different ways, and the only way we are able to do that is through your financial support. So I want you to know I really, really do appreciate all you do for us. I know Nancy, our business manager, mentioned that, you know, a great number of people are using this online giving now, and if that's something you're interested in, you can go to our website, and it'll take you step by step through that. If not, just give a call here, and we can help you with that. But however you're choosing to give, I want you to know I really, really do appreciate it. And I will give you an update here in a couple of weeks on our Christmas collection. I don't know, I think the envelopes are still coming in, some online giving is still coming in, but I'll let you know, because I think people, you did a great job in helping us to keep the mission going. But I'm going to report back to you here when I've got a fairly solid number. Our Christmas giving tree, another home run by our parish. We received $11,000 in terms of $11,000 in terms of gift cards and gifts. Thank you for that. I just wanted to let you know, here's where those gift cards and those monetary gifts went to. Hope House, Community Maternity Services, Ferrano House, VA Hospital, North Colony Schools, Mary's Corner, Kendall House, that's a homeless shelter, Joseph's House, the Erie Center, St. Catherine's Center for Children, the Interfaith Partnership for the Homeless, Koinonia Primary Care, and several individual families. So that really made their Christmas, is your effort, so I really thank you for that as well. One of the things that made Christmas really special to me this year was that Christmas tree that we had here in the sanctuary with your ornaments on it. So that many of you I know couldn't be here with us at Christmas, but the fact that you had something from your home on that Christmas tree really felt awfully warm to me. And I'm really, really glad you did. Now what we'll do, we'll obviously be taking down our Christmas decorations here before long. And we're going to figure out a way to get you those ornaments that you put on the tree. Some are very, very beautiful. They're all beautiful. But if you want them back, we'll figure out a way to do that. We just got to put our heads together as a staff, and we'll get a safe way for you to get those ornaments back, okay? I'm asked to, I'm going to try and make a habit. Lots of times people ask me, hey, what was the thought for the week? And So what I'll try to do is get in the habit on Tuesday updates to give you the thought from the week from Sunday. In case you missed it, you can get it. So the thought this week was, COVID is highly contagious, but so is kindness, patience, love, and a positive attitude. COVID is highly contagious, but so is kindness, patience, love, and a positive attitude. So this coming weekend is the baptism of the Lord. So that's what we'll be talking about. That's what we'll be celebrating. And so whether we have you here in person or on our live stream, we'll be glad to have you. And have a good, safe week, and God bless.